today I'm going to try to do in a soft spoken or whisper voice a video to go along with my last one. I always try to do that, make 2 videos, and I figure that my last video was one to help people who need to study but just don't feel like studying. It was to help people figure, why they should, why they're motivated and what they need to do to get motivated again, which is sleep, of course. And just reminding them why they want that higher education and things like that, and positive affirmations and mantra, like a mantra, or towards the end. But anyways, today I want to make a video also about goals. Now, someone said they liked the color of my backdrop, and or they like the color of my video, which is my backlighting, and it changes colors. Right now it looks purple on the screen, but it's actually a light blue, so I don't know. But purple seems to be a good color for falling asleep, so for now I'm going to stick with that. Okay? And we're gonna talk about motivation, goals, and changing our lives. Now, how are we planning on doing this? One thing I either have a problem with giving people advice, or I can really help them. And if you're, looking for motivation, looking on how to set goals, then I guess this video is for you, and maybe my advice will help you. So, to change your life, you need to have goals. Doesn't mean that you will always go directly down the path that you make the goals, but that's okay, because sometimes when we have goals and we don't go exactly where we were planning, we end up somewhere better. Some of us make it straight through our goals, and some of us get thrown off the paths, and we end up basically, somewhere we never thought that we would be, which is okay. Don't be disappointed if what you originally wanted doesn't happen, but work hard at that goal regardless. Work at your goals, set goals, and sometimes it helps to set your goals low. If you're not used to setting goals and you want to eat healthier, or read more, or exercise more, or practice controlling your anger, or controlling your emotions, or anything like that, anything that's hard is going to take some time, and it's gonna take the best thing that I found is, setting smaller goals, because sometimes when we set our goals too high, we end up disappointing ourselves if we fall. as many cigarettes today. Then you set your goal higher because you'll have more confidence, you'll feel better about yourself, you're gonna start feeling like, wow, look at what I did. You're gonna feel happy and proud. And then you can set your goals higher. I always found this with fitness because with me, since I was younger, I was an athlete, and some of you may know I had a baby, and it's frustrating because you have to wait a certain amount of time, and it's just not as easy for some people like me to reach my fitness goals as it is for others, and that's just how it is. So I set my goals here. Okay, I'm gonna work out for a certain amount of time, then and then if I achieve that, then I go higher. If I failed at that little goal, then I keep at it until I make it. But it wasn't like such a hard goal. It wasn't so high up that, I'm gonna go a whole month without eating this, or I'm gonna go a whole month doing this, exercise. 5 days a week, some people can do that. I used to be able to, but it's more complicated when you have children. I just have one, but I still have other things that I have to do, and some people can just do it and others can't, and so I have to set my goals smaller, and then once I achieve that, I go higher. So that's one way to go about it. But if you're really determined, say like one way of quitting a bad habit, which is a goal. Quitting a bad habit is a goal. You need to be motivated for it. Goals and motivation go together. That's my thing. So, one thing you can do is make yourself hate, or think of all the reasons why you don't like something. And, like if you're trying to quit smoking cigarettes, think of all the reasons why you don't want to smoke anymore. Okay, the smell lingers on my clothes. I want to make sure I have better teeth. I want to be healthy for my family and for myself. I want to be able to exercise better, or I want to make sure I'm healthy. I would think that's a really good reason. So if you put these reminders everywhere, like when you wake up, if you look in your mirror, or maybe even on your ceiling if you can read that, or you can have it as a screensaver on your phone, have a friend constantly message you your reasons, or talk to a friend about it, reminding you of why, not nagging at you, but just reminding you. And do that for as long as you need to the point where you really start to just feel, ugh, I don't want this anymore, I don't want to do this anymore. And then when you're ready, try to quit and replace smoking with something else. Like some people say they use carrots, but you really have to hate the cigarette in order to use carrots. I would say you'd have to be like, you really have to make yourself hate it. It's something you have to consciously do every day. That's your motivation, is not liking it and thinking of all the reasons why you're better off without it. Same thing with anything else. To be motivated about exercising, you want to think about, the reasons why you want focusing on the scale for losing weight, or thinking about I need to lose weight. Think about I am being healthy. Every time I drink water, I'm being healthy. Every time I eat, my vegetables, or I eat my fruit, or I eat good carbs instead of bad, or I eat smaller portions instead of until I'm so full that I can barely move. Those, thinking about being healthier is, in my opinion, a better way to go about the goals instead of thinking about your weight. Think about you and your health. If you're healthy, you'll get more energy, and more energy means you'll have energy to exercise, and maybe your brain fog will lift. You'll be able to think more clearly. So, setting goals, right? So when we set goals, we need to have motivation with those goals. And we need reminders of why we want something and why we do not like something anymore and why it needs to go. And we need to kind of think of, is this the right way of looking at it? Like with the scale. Other goals, like maybe you have a goal of getting rid of your anxiety, getting out more. You want to stay in your comfort zone maybe, and set goals of how you're gonna get out more. Don't rush into it maybe. Or maybe if you're the type of person where you just gotta go do it and face it head on. Sometimes that's what you gotta do. So, just setting those goals, but I always believe setting them smaller and then going higher and higher and higher, and using positive affirmations, reminding yourself that why you want to accomplish this goal. It doesn't even have to be like the typical things people always mention, being more healthy or being quitting something, a bad habit. It could be something like, I want to start a YouTube page. Well, I've started two. One of them has like 347 subscribers, and this one has 30, 40 something right now. So, why not? I mean, what is it gonna hurt you? That could be a goal that you've been wanting to do. You want to get out, you want to do something that you normally wouldn't do. Something that is not in your comfort zone. And that is an important goal too, because we are here for the experience of life. So that's why people make bucket lists. Maybe for your goals, you could make a bucket list of things that you want to do. That's kind of like goals. I think it's the same thing, honestly. It's living life, and living life, I have a goal of fulfilling this bucket list. I have a goal to do these things on this bucket list. It's like they say, one step at a time. excuses, and sometimes I even do. I'm like, man, it'd be so much easier if I could just go to the gym. I'm not really one of them home workout people, but I do. It'd be so much easier. Well, that's how it is sometimes. Our goals, we make them and they just, something gets thrown in the way. Something gets in the way, and then we have to restructure our goals and how we're going to accomplish them. I don't believe you should give up on them, though. I believe you should just restructure them. So you have to ask yourself why, and try not to think of it as a negative way. That's a really negative way of saying it. I would say, try not to make excuses, but that still don't sound right with me. Try to find a way, even if it doesn't seem like there's one, and try it out. Start your goals small, but always look within and figure out, why am I having trouble making goals? Why am I having trouble accomplishing my goals? Why? The answer is all in here. It's an inside job. It's an inside job. Everything we do in life involves inside. So everything is really an inside job. We get influences from outside, but we ultimately have the power to choose how we let that influence us. It's an inside job, guys. Inside job. And you can do it. You can do it. So whatever that goal is that you want to accomplish, you can do it. I'm here to tell you, you can do it. You can do it. You are already accomplishing it because you already started. The only time you'll fail is if you give up. See, there's another saying that success sometimes is failing 100 times, but not giving up and succeeding that one time. Now we would hope that you wouldn't fail 100 times, right? But it doesn't matter, because the point of that saying is that failure is only failure when you give up. Failure is just another step towards success. You fail once, you fail twice, then you succeed. Or you fail 3 times and then you succeed. Or maybe you succeed the first time. It could be like that. So basically, failure is not failure unless if you give up, then you failed. And sometimes maybe that goal wasn't really for you. You just were trying to figure something out. You were trying to figure out what's right for you. So that doesn't always have to be a negative either. Just keep going. Just keep trying. Just keep finding what's right for you. Setting those goals. And if one doesn't work, absolutely doesn't work, or you just don't want it anymore. You wanted it at one time, but now you don't. Depending on what it is, you can always restructure your goal or rethink, re-go about it. So, when it comes to goals, goals and your dreams. Okay? Don't give up on them. And like, I'm about to try to quote. I can't see my screen, so I'm squinting. I'm sorry. And to quote someone, a yogi. His name is Sadhguru. I don't know if you guys ever heard of him, but I listen to him a lot. He's very inspirational, and he cracks me up. He's so jolly and so insightful. And he doesn't always tell people what they want to hear. And that's the funny thing is, I think people want him to be like this really nice. It's not that he's not nice, but they want him to have this, like, they expect something from him, and it always seems